What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building, and as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, today I got a very special lockdown defender build coming at y'all. So the thing about this build, yes, it's going to be coming at y'all on current gen, and y'all know how hard it is to unlock certain animations when creating certain builds on current gen compared to next gen. So for this build, we're going to be able to get pro dribble moves. This is obviously a perimeter lockdown, so y'all know that the defense is serious. We're going to be able to shoot at ease, and on top of all that, we're going to be able to get slashing takeover, which is going to unlock the contact dunks. So thank y'all so much to everybody who decided to come through. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. To the Rich Gang family and any new supporters, I would appreciate it if y'all went ahead and hit that like button. That helps me out so much. Go ahead and share this video with your family and friends. And last, but definitely not least, go ahead and turn on post notifications so y'all can see when I upload every single day. Now, let's go ahead and get right into it. First, you want to go ahead and make this build out of the point guard position. Now, when it comes down to the pie chart, I said we're going to be able to maintain that elite defense as well as shoot at ease. So go ahead and pick the pie chart right here. That's going to be split right down the middle between the shooting and the defense. Now, there's two different versions of this build that y'all can actually make. Both of them, when it comes down to the badges, is going to be the same exact thing with the height, weight, and wingspan. But let's go ahead and get right into it. When it comes to the physical profile, the most balanced version is going to be the fourth one. But for this point guard version, I would recommend picking the first one if you are looking to make it with the fastest speed. The one right here with the 83 vertical, this is going to allow us to be a much more all-around threat because of the physicals and how well balanced that they are. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the first version, so let's go ahead and get right into it. First, we're going to go ahead and max out the close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, and put that standing dunk to a 28 for 4 finishing badges. Now, when it comes down to the shooting, go ahead and max out that mid-range, three-pointer, and the free throw, and put that post fade to a 48 for 17 shooting badges. For the playmaking, max out the top 2 categories, and that's going to give us 10. Then when it comes down to the defense, max out our perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal, block, and then go ahead and put the defensive rebound maxed out. We're going to have one leftover attribute. Feel free to put this anywhere you want. And as you can see, we're going to be able to get 20 defensive badges. Now keep in mind, the version that I'm showing y'all right now is the most balanced version that y'all can possibly make when it comes down to the physicals. When it comes down to the badge count, everything else is going to remain the same. Same thing with the stats. Now, when it comes down to the height on this build, what y'all want to go ahead and do is first, before you decide on what y'all want to pick, be sure that you are looking at your ball handle, because you do not want to go too high to where you're not going to be able to get those pro dribble moves. So I'm going to go with 6'5", and then when it comes down to the weight, this is really optional, but I would go with somewhere around the 180 range if you want to. 170s is nice as well, but it really comes down to what you like the most. Now, when it comes down to the wingspan, this is going to be crucial. As you can see, our ball handle is a 75. So if you want to go ahead and unlock the pro dribble moves, go ahead and lower it, because if you max it out right here, we're not going to be able to maintain the pro dribble moves like I just said. So again, it really comes down to what y'all want to do. But look at these takeovers, y'all. We get the lockdown, slashing, and then the playmaking. So whichever of these y'all decide to pick, gonna be really up to y'all, but I'm telling you, if you want to have more success with getting those contact dunks, y'all already know which one y'all need to pick, the slashing takeover. When it comes down to the lockdown, we all know how special it is, but if you want to literally drop your defenders to the floor, pick the ankle breaking playmaking. Now, as y'all can see, we got the perimeter lockdown, but there are a couple of adjustments on this build that we can make, so be sure to go ahead and stick through and finish it, because I got y'all with an even better version that's going to be faster. And again, like I said, whatever version of this build y'all like more, go ahead and make that one. So as you can see, let's go ahead and get into the second version that I got lined up for y'all. So the only thing that we are really going to be changing about this version is really going to be the physical profile. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, of course, pick the first one. Like I said, if you are looking to make the best lockdown with the fastest speed. Both of these versions are going to be really nice. They are a little bit different in their own way, so that is why I said go ahead and make whichever one y'all favor more. So as you can see, pretty much everything when it comes down to the stats is the exact same thing. Then when it comes down to the badge count, still the exact same thing. So you're not going to have to worry about one version being more better than the other. Both of them are pretty balanced. Now, when it comes down to the weight for this version, y'all might as well just go somewhere around the 170 range. If you end up raising it, you're risking changing up the stats on the build. And as y'all can see, when it comes down to the wingspan for this build, if you go with the max, you're going to be able to get the same exact takeovers. But if you lower it one, you're going to be able to get that shot creating, y'all. So again, it comes down to what y'all want to do. And if you want to get the pro dribble moves, you need to lower the wingspan. And as you can see right here, we also get the sharpshooting takeover, but it comes out to a different build name. So there are going to be actually a couple of different adjustments that you need to make. If you want to get the pro dribble moves, you can definitely go ahead and lower the weight, or you can raise it. Like I said, there are going to be multiple ways. So don't feel like just because how you are making your version isn't exactly like mine, it's not going to come out exactly how I'm showing y'all with the animations. See, there are a couple different builds that you can make out of it. And let me just say this right now. If you end up making a build that comes out to a different name, but you end up liking the stats, go ahead and keep the build. Because if it looks like the exact same thing, why not run it? You're still getting the same wealth and the same exact badges. Also, when it comes down to the stats, there are not going to be too many changes. So again, that is something that we all have to consider when it goes into it. Now, let's go ahead and check out what this build is going to be looking like once we get to 99 overall. So this one with the fastest speed, our speed is going to be a 97. Then when it comes to the acceleration, that's going to be a 96, and our vertical is pretty much going to be an 80. Close shot's going to be in the high 90s. Driving layup's going to be in the 80s. Then when it comes to the driving dunk, that's going to be in the 80s as well. And keep in mind, this is with grinding the build out and bind boost. Then when it comes to that mid-range shot, this is going to be in the 80s. Same exact thing with the three-pointer. Free throw has the potential to get 99. Pass accuracy will be in the 80s. Same thing with the ball handle if you grind this build out, buy boost, and run with a teammate that has floor general. Then, when it comes down to the defense, high 90s for our perimeter defense, high 90s for the lateral quickness. We're going to be able to get that 99 steal and high 80s for the defensive rebound. When it comes down to the block, if you buy boost, you honestly have the chance of getting a 70 block, which is not bad, especially with those 20 badges. You could even put on rim protector in Hall of Fame, and that is going to make all the difference when it comes down to it. So let's go ahead and get into the badge count now. As y'all can see, we got 4 when it comes down to the finishing. So I'm going to go with contact finisher first. The second one, relentless finisher, is the one that I personally like the most. Now, let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. 10 badges to work with, so again, you really got to be careful with which badges you pick. The first one that I'm going to go with, of course, every build that has this badge is going to put it on, and that's going to be quick first step on gold. From here, another one that I really like is going to be handles for days. If you don't go with gold, at least leave it on bronze. This is a badge that is a need. Now, with these last couple, I'm going to go with tight handles as well as bailout on bronze. I like that setup as well. Now let's go ahead and get into the shooting. 17 badges to work with, and on top of all that, y'all already know that this is actually the Hall of Fame category. So we're going to be able to get range extender on Hall of Fame. And on top of all that, we're also going to be able to get hot zone hunter. So we're going to be able to dribble with this build, shoot from anywhere we want. And on top of all that, we're going to be able to have bronze, green machine, deadeye. And if you want to, if you're going to be in the corner, go ahead and put on corner specialist at least on bronze. I like clutch shooter just because it gives you a boost. Volume shooter as well. Now with these last 6, like I said, it really comes down to your preference, so don't feel like just because I'm putting on certain badges that you have to go with them. Hot start is going to be one that's going to be a little risky, but if you know your jump shot, I feel like you're going to be perfectly fine with leaving it on. Like I said, clutch shooter, you could even go with silver or bronze. Flexible release is okay, but I feel like there's other badges that we could put on over that. If you want to upgrade any of the tiers for these badges that we already have on, feel free to do so. There are a couple different setups, so don't feel like when it comes down to the shooting, shooting, only one setup is going to be good. There are multiple. Now, let's go ahead and get into the last category, which is going to be the defense. So 20 badges to work with. The first one that I'm going to go with is going to be Intimidator on Hall of Fame. Now, from here, Clamps is definitely going to be worth your while. We have 12 remaining badges, so if you want to go with a perfect amount of Hall of Fame badges, you definitely can do that. But if you're looking to spread the wealth, badges that I would highly consider on bronze just to get certain animations are going to be Chase Down Artist, Interceptor, as well as Lightning Reflexes. Now, for that last bronze badge, if you want to, I would go with somewhere between Pickpocket or Tireless Defender. Now, Rim Protector and Rebound Chaser are going to be two key badges that you definitely want to run. Going to be a really nice combo when you put them together. And with this last setup, if you want to, I would highly recommend going with Defensive Leader on Hall of Fame. That's going to be a really good badge. And if you want to, you could even take off your Rebound Chaser and spread the wealth that way. Or even go with Lightning Reflexes on Hall of Fame. That's the final setup we're going with for 17, 10, and 20. Thank y'all so much to everybody who made it. Go ahead and comment down RGF right now if y'all made it to the end of this video. I appreciate y'all. I got another video dropping for y'all tomorrow. So, man, you are most definitely not going to want to miss that. So, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. To the Rich Gang family and any new supporters, I would appreciate it if y'all went ahead and hit that like button. But also be sure to share this video with your family and friends and turn on post notifications, y'all. Man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.